Hi, my name's Stephanie Smith, and this is Priscilla.
Hi, I'm Priscilla.
Okay, that's enough. As a language and communications trainer at Language Institute i-diom, I'm going to introduce you to some subtle but important differences between private and professional language, as well as the use of lingo terminology in American English. Let's start with two similar but different phrases. Which one do you think could be useful in a professional setting? I would like to introduce you to my boss, Mr. Samuel Longstein, or this is my good old buddy, Sammy Longstein. If you chose the first one, then you are correct.
I would have chose the second one.
Okay, that's enough. There are key words that can help you make a sentence professional. I would like to introduce you to, and normally we say the position of the person we are introducing. Which phrase is professional? It was a pleasure meeting you, Mr. Jones. Or, it was great meeting you, Johnny. Both are okay, but the first one is more suitable in a professional setting. What if you happen to eavesdrop on, well, you know, overhear a conversation in an office next to yours, and you hear someone say, "That's not true. I didn't call her to invite her to dinner. I called her to invite her to the conference. Yeah, like I call all my employees, Mr. Know-it-all. I would never call any of them for private purposes." Do you think this person is speaking to a manager or work colleague, or rather to a friend who may also work in the same company? If you chose friend who works in the same company, your listening skills are quite good.
I chose friend.
That's good, Priscilla. What about these two variations of introducing meetings? Which one do you think sounds more professional? Which one sounds more casual? Do you want to give it a shot, Priscilla?
Yeah. Welcome to our first annual meeting. It's great to see familiar faces. Joe, you're looking much happier than last year. And Susie, you must have a great secret to beauty you haven't yet shared with the rest of us. And Anne, you must know something we all don't, 'cause that smile is much too broad not to be hiding something.
What are you saying, Priscilla? Well, what if you say, "Welcome to our first annual meeting. It's great to see familiar faces. I would like to begin by thanking our Board of Supervisors for making this international gathering possible. Mr. Johnson, Miss Miller, and Mrs. Owens." If you said the second one, you are correct. The language you use depends, of course, on your audience and what type of setting you are in. Let's say you want to approach a sponsor regarding a project you are heading. What would be the best way to begin your email?
I want to try.
Okay, Priscilla.
Dear Mr. All-in-One, it was great seeing you at the Students' Ball last Sunday. Saturday. Loved your goofy presentation. Hey, I wanted to talk to you about a new project I'm working on. Well, I had forgotten to mention it when we met.
Wait, I gotta stop. Well, Priscilla, I'm not so sure how professional that was. Why don't you try it again?
Okay. Dear Mr. All-in-One, it was a pleasure meeting you at the Students' Ball last Saturday. I was very impressed with your presentation of the giant exploding champagne bottle. As it seems you enjoyed topics of humor, I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce you to a project I have been working on, which might be right up your alley of interest.
Wow, that was pretty good, Priscilla.
Thanks.
Which one did you choose? Why? If you noticed phrases like, It was a pleasure meeting you. I was very impressed with. I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce you to. Well, these phrases make emails polite and professional. What about just recognizing whether phrases could be used in private or professional situations? Of the following phrases, which would you rate private and which would you rate professional? You want to try, Priscilla?
Okay. That's about it, Jenkins. It's all downhill from here on out.
Whoa. Or how about,
unfortunately, it looks to be heading downhill from this point on.
yeah, I think that's better. Or what about,
we've got a slew of newbies in the business, Jim. I don't know if this is such a good idea.
or,
We have many newcomers entering the business, Mr. Johnson. I'm not sure how we will be able to manage all of them at the same time.
that sounds better, Priscilla.
Thanks.
A is more casual and B is more professional.
So, Stephanie, when I say, I want a coffee and cookies, this is fine, right?
Well, Priscilla, in English we try to stay away from I want. It sounds childish. Instead we say, I would like.
I would like coffee and cookies.
Please.
Please. Of course, I said please. This is clear.
Well, being creative with your speech can be enticing and even fun, but remember, when it comes to communicating, try to make sure you're understood by others first and foremost. To summarize briefly, professional language includes the following: being polite and respectful of others, communicating clearly, using words of higher distinction. Okay, the first 2 points have been clarified in this lesson, but what about words of higher distinction?
Yeah. What's that?
Well, which word is of higher distinction? For example, thing or this document.
I think thing.
No, Priscilla, that's not really describing what the thing is. You should describe it. Use your vocabulary.
Oh, document?
Yes, this document refers to a specific document you may hold in your hand or have in front of you. Thing is not clear or does not describe the object at all. In professional speech, be specific. Which word is of higher distinction? This document or this sales report?
This document!
No, Priscilla, you have to be more specific. In this example, it would be sales report.
Oh.
Sales report is more specific. Therefore, it is better to use in professional communication. I hope you enjoyed this short presentation, and I hope you were able to jot down some quick notes. It has been a pleasure introducing you to this exciting topic of subtleties in the American English language. I wish you the best of luck as you continue to master this exciting language.